welcome back. If you missed our last video, we shared some really hard news. Go back and watch it if you missed. In this video, we're going to share some highlights of the last few years of New Nature Adventures.
Welcome to the channel. This video is going to be a case study and detail my journey of taking my small YouTube channel and starting from scratch and becoming monetized. To my fellow YouTube creators, thanks for stopping by, and here's my encouragement to you. Just keep going.
I'm starting a new company, and the fish will come with me.
I'm far from an expert, but I hope you find something of value from my experience. There will be many discouraging things that happen along the way. This is a learning process and requires trial and error. I was hesitant to start, and because I'm naturally introverted and a perfectionist,
perfection is unattainable.
Putting something out there into the world to watch is a humbling experience and scary, but my advice is to just start. And the biggest deterrent to starting is comparing your videos to others who have been doing it for a long time. Everyone starts somewhere, and comparison is the biggest thief of joy. So change your internal soundtrack and be encouraged. All of our first videos are just bad. Seriously, go to the channel that you follow and admire, and go back to their very first videos and just be encouraged. No one starts out making bangers.
Can you hear the falls?
Yep.
All right, we're getting close.
My channel, New Nature Adventures, was created out of our family's enjoyment of the outdoors and capturing our family adventures. My first video used copyrighted music and isn't even able to be monetized. My initial goal wasn't even to reach the monetization status. To date, my first video has only received 350 total views. But the outdoor project that really jump-started my channel was when we started to build a backyard pond. And this has been the primary niche of my channel. Focusing your content on a consistent theme is what helps build dedicated subscribers. I'm somewhat of a jack of all trades and have many interests and hobbies, and I love DIY projects. I've posted a few of these kinds of videos as well and have found that they don't do very well on the initial posting metrics, but they do show up more in Google search results and bring in more consistent viewers over time. In fact, this video is going to be one of those, I hope. Sorry to my pond build followers, you may not find this video very interesting, but welcome to my new viewers who found this magically in your feed or on internet search results.
Hang in there, guys!
To date, my most watched long-form video hasn't gotten more than 20,000 views, but I'm hopeful that this video will eclipse that number. I won't ask you to subscribe to my channel unless you're interested in outdoor content, and then you should, but I would ask you to engage with this video and hit the like button and drop a comment of encouragement or leave a question. In full transparency, before I started a YouTube channel, I couldn't stand when people would ask in all of their videos to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. But I have a whole new perspective now, and you should ask people in every video that you make. People need to be reminded and triggered to take the action that you want them to. So weave that ask into your videos at different times as it makes sense in the flow of your videos. I try to respond to every comment people leave, and I would encourage you as a small channel creator to do the same. It will help the engagement metrics, and more than that, it helps you build relationships with your subscriber base, which is huge. My content niche isn't as popular as others. It took me almost 2 years to reach the monetized status. I don't know how that compares with others. Leave me a note in the comments on either how long it took you or where you're at currently with your subscribers and watch hours. We can encourage one another. But if you're watching this and you're thinking about starting a channel, just start. It's a learning process and there are many humbling steps along the way. But if I can give you any advice,
Is everything perfection unattainable?
So give yourself some grace and have fun with it and learn from your metrics and keep trying different things. Keep the faith and keep posting helpful content for others. And like the famous movie Field of Dreams, here being from Iowa, if you build it, they will come. God bless you all on your YouTube journey. Because Lord knows we need it, because it's dangerous out there. I hope to see you on a future video. Thanks, guys. Is he going to be able to fit up the hole?
Yeah, but he's big.
Good job.
If you told me your headphones again, and this whole relentless joy started with a baby boy.
In today's episode, we're going to be grooming the sand beach on the lakefront. So ride along with us. Hopefully it'll be helpful to you, and if not, at the very least, it'll provide some entertainment value. All right, we're getting ready to groom the beach, because if you don't do that, you get grass and weeds that grow up in the beach, and it's kind of like aerating your lawn. So when you live on the lake and you've got a beach, you gotta manicure your beach. So before you choose beveled edges for your tile work. Hey friends, welcome to the channel where we're making all things new. In today's video, we're going to focus on that annoying or broken thing around your house that you've always wanted to fix. So let's get right to it. All right, so today's video, we're going to be grouting beveled edge backsplash tile. Now this is a marble 2 by 4 inch subway backsplash tile. And what's different about these is that they've got this beveled edge. I don't want the grout lines to be all the way out flush with the surface of the stone. We want the grout line to only be that 1/8 inch and leave the bevels exposed for a little bit of dimension. So I'm running thin here until I get up to the very top, and I had to beg, borrow, and steal all the grout from the lines in order to fill all of this section. So really tedious stuff. You should know that going into it. Okay, so here is the final product, and I'm pleased with the way it's turned out. Come on, stay on. Another week of no snow.
It looks like a little red ear sunfish.
Whew, a little uneasy there. Hey, welcome back. In today's video, we take a private flight from Cedar Rapids, Iowa to Brainerd, Minnesota in my father-in-law's Cirrus SR-22 airplane. Fly over the Mississippi River and battle a significant crosswind upon landing. Come join us on this 2-hour flight condensed into 8 minutes as we adventure through the skies and gain a new perspective on this diverse landscape and marvel at the weather formations from our front row seat in the clouds. Enjoy your in-flight entertainment.
In helicopter, Charlie, did you hit any of them, or any damage? No, negative. No, I avoided them. Thanks. Thank you.
It's right in between these two pockets of clouds to get to be above the clouds, below the rain clouds. We were cleared to fly over the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport at 8,000 feet so that we could stay clear of all of the traffic that was landing and taking off below us. As we make our descent, we pop through the clouds, and just as we do, we get a glimpse of Lake Mille Lacs off in the distance off the right wingtip. Crosswind out of the west presented some challenges, but Jeff nailed this landing. And now we're just taxiing to the hangar to get the truck to go hit the lake.
Guys, this is a heavy fish. Oh yeah, that's what we're after right there. Sweet. Out here in 27 feet.
All right, guys, we're out on one of my favorite Brainerd Lakes area lakes. Guys, I just love underwater camera footage. And so I'm gonna get out here and see if we can find some of the big walleyes that we've caught in this lake over the past, I don't know, 8 years or so, and get some of those on camera. So I've got the AquaView HD 7i. Walleye have incredible eyesight in low light, and that is their competitive advantage over all of their prey. They can see better in low light conditions, and they're sensitive. Because their eyes are so sensitive, when it's bright out, they seek the deep parts of the lake, and they look to hide in shadows next to structure. You know, just like you don't want to sit out in the sun all day. Walleyes even more, and so they go deeper during the day to seek that shelter from the light, and so overcast days dim the light in general, and so they're more active during the day in overcast skies. Well, it's not the walleye that I was going after, but that's about the same size perch that comes out of our pond. That's probably going to go 8 inches. I'll let that guy go, but on the drop shot, oh shoot. Yeah. Ooh, this is a nice smallmouth. Goodness. Oh, that's a beauty. That's what I hope to grow in our pond here. How about that, guys? That's a nice fish. We came out here looking for some weed walleyes. We got some on the underwater camera, and then we were able to boat a few fish. But I like to target walleyes at 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. They hammer the shad wraps at night. It's the easiest time to catch fish. It's not quite as convenient fishing in the middle of the night, but that's where I've had our best luck. Welcome back, friends, to the most expensive 1-acre pond build on the internet. Some by choice and some by chance. Our pond goals are quite unique, and this is our story. Fortunately, we didn't have to ship any clay in because we had it all on site, and that's about the only thing we didn't have to ship in. We dug down to mine the clay for a massive dam and position lots of natural habitat and some various artificial habitat that we built from scratch. We strategically added rocks of all sizes, adding the 3-ton granite rock we affectionately call Boulder Island. Every pond needs aeration, if you can afford it, because it balances the ecosystem and keeps the fish healthy and aids in vegetation control. We stocked 100 pounds of forage minnows and shiners before adding perch, smallmouth bass, and walleye to our 23-foot deep pond. The landscaping efforts continued to expand, and we built this massive 100-foot-long waterfall to generate moving water to enhance spawning and recruitment success for our walleyes. But every good story needs an antagonist, and here's the leak draining our pond. But this story has a happy ending so far after much trial and error. And we're smarter now because of it, and have some wisdom to share, and now some fish to catch. It's a lot of work, but so rewarding. Consider subscribing to follow our adventures and learn the highs and lows of pond ownership and see our vision become a reality. Now that Thanksgiving's come and gone, the turkeys are back out. The weather's been so warm, we barely have any ice and there's no snow. In lieu of any exciting news, I thought I'd at least give you a little bit of what's going on here at the pond. So before we got any ice on the pond just before Christmas, I tooled around with the underwater camera just to get another update. I was able to get a jig out there and play with these little bluegills. And what I've also been reflecting on as I've been watching the underwater camera all around this 1-acre pond is how awesome God is in His creation and His design. I've been trying to play creator in this 1-acre pond, and it's really hard. Things get out of whack really quick. Habitat planning we did, putting stumps and twigs and sticks and building artificial underwater structure. I mean, all of this God just created. This is a cool little weed bed or grass. It's kind of short grass right on the bottom in about 8 feet of water. And I didn't put any of that there, and it's awesome.
So I haven't really talked about this much. Jeff built this 3D electric fence. This is nylon tape that's energized, powered by this 6-volt battery, solar powered, keeps it charged, but it doesn't look like much. You would think that deer would just walk right under and step right over, but apparently deer have very bad depth perception, and that's why they run into your car as you're driving away from them. But as you see from the different perspective, it's just three nylon tapes set a couple feet apart, but when the deer approach it from this direction, they don't see the distance between the two layers of fence posts. And so we haven't had any snow yet really this year, but when there's snow cover on the ground and there's nothing green for the deer to eat on, these pine needles look pretty good. And so to preserve these, I stuck this electric fence.
Oh, more pines. Yeah. There she is. Just like a motorcycle. Hi, whoa, hi. Woo! That. Oh, well, we got that on camera. Nice. All right, well, we got that. That's cool.
Hey guys, one of the things I learned working in the restaurant was how to flip an egg, or how to saute or toss anything in a pan when you're cooking. So I just wanted to do a quick tutorial on how to practice. And so I grabbed my son's favorite Pop-Tarts. They were kind of the hit here with the Pop-Tart bowl, with their mascot, edible mascot. Anyway, shout out to Pop-Tarts. You need a non-stick pan, a good non-stick pan for your eggs. So envision your egg or 2 eggs in here, and you just want to get this rocking motion. You don't want to flip the thing way up in the air and let it slam down, busting your yolk. But what you do want to do is get just that little quick flip. And if you practice this with something, whether it's Pop-Tarts or something else, and just get that motion down, and with a little bit of practice, you'll be flipping eggs like this.
Hey there. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on pond build. Today's Sunday. It's May 22nd. Today is my birthday, and my family wanted to make sure that I was able to go fishing on my birthday. Well, that didn't exactly happen, so we're gonna get some fishing in. And so you are coming along with me on the first cast in the pond. The builders last time they moved any kind of earth was on Thursday afternoon, and they still have to raise that 10 feet in elevation in order to hit this mark here. What I wanted to share was the water collection that we've had. Now, we haven't had rain. We haven't had any rain in at least a week and a half. And so we're encouraged that the water is collecting. Actually, we've got groundwater, which is awesome. We're starting a pond. the first cast in the pond here. I test out the pond. Smallmouth, perch, walleye, I think. We'll see. So stay tuned for more updates. Follow us for the progress as we get the pond built and place our fish structures and just want to show you quickly how you can make this. You can choose whatever diameter of PVC pipe you want. Today we're working with a 1/2 inch. And then you're left with 17. And that way you don't miss any new episodes as we build the pond, place all of these structures, stock some fish, do some fishing. Are you my fishing partner? Yeah, you're my fishing partner. What's the biggest fish that you've got? That big? Yeah? I bet it was like 25 or maybe 26 inches. Yeah. That was about as big as you were when you caught that. Why don't you tell them?
So if you click the notification bell, then every time that you post a video, it will, I don't know what it does, but it'll come on your phone and then you can go click it and see it.
Okay, well, there you go. That way you can see more fish structure like these things.
And now for your viewing pleasure, enjoy some pyrotechnics.
Hello. Family?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
Keep your head still if you want.
For what? Hello.
Well, for a video to not just be shaking all
Oh,
over.
well, yeah.
So you gotta look in one spot for over behind Mom's head.
Okay. I have looked at them. On the Granby Ranch. Look at those things. I kind of want to try one.
Granby, Colorado.
Yeah, buddy. You were cutting it up.
Yeah. I thought so too.
Yeah.
One of my best.
Oh.
I cut too fast.
Sideways.
What?
Sideways. There you go. Now try getting up. Get your other ski. Can you get your tip up? There you go.
Yeah.
The GoPro's on your back.
Is it? Well, that'll be good. So Granby Ranch in Granby, Colorado. It's about 20 minutes further north from Winter Park.
Lone Biles right there, folks.
That current could take my earthly body. While I'm living, I will swim upstream. Tides on the light, tough walls test me. Don't let the season change the dream. When my hands get tired and my body's swimming upstream.
That'll be great. Well, it's middle of March and the Pikes Peak Highway is closed for the last 6 miles, so you can't drive to the top. So we decided to get tickets on the Cog Railway to take the train to the top of Pikes Peak, which will be a unique experience.
So, you know, you go on family vacations and you gotta do all the things and take the photos and document how you were there. Look at how excited the family is to be sitting up here. Negative 20-degree wind chill, snow blowing in our faces, all the patience that they had. But that's gonna be a great selfie.
Oh, they don't want us on the overlook.
Too cold.
In the fall of 2020, we took on a project that previously had only ever been a dream of mine, building a wheelhouse for ice fishing. I wish I had documented this better at the time, but my iPhone live photos of each step in the process will have to do. As we await the 2024 ice season, here's a look back on the progression of starting with an enclosed Yeti ice house shell with insulated floor and walls, and what we did from start to finish, from framing, electrical circuitry, and all the accessory finish work. Leave me questions in the comments section if I can expand on any part of this build. We learned so much in the process, and I'd be happy to share any knowledge I gained if you're considering a similar project. Wired in. I got the converter box officially run through the battery. It looks like a mess right now, but we're making progress. Got the switches to the porch light and to the strip lights. We got a light. I drew out and dry fit all of my lighting locations, from hole lights to the thermostat switch to lights all over the place.
Thanks for your prayers. Feeling better the last couple days. I've been passing the time building an ice house. This is where I've been. In a mountain of wires. Installed the wheel well light. I think it looks sweet.
There's just a lot of tedious stuff that goes on a project like this. Here we're starting to get the knotty pine installed, which really starts to make it look like an interior of an ice house. I got all of the foam board in, and that's really starting to finish the look off. You start to get excited after 2.5 months worth of building. Here installing the hole lights, just a lot of tedious cutting. If you've worked on any kind of building project, you understand. patterns going in and around the windows and the door frames. Starting to enjoy the fruits of my labors.
Alright, 4 months in the making. The ice house. It's about to go on its maiden voyage. How is it?
Good. It is nice. It's a very comfy mattress. Yes.
Set up and God's painted the sky in beautiful pinks and purples and yellows and oranges. Underwater camera. As the sun goes down, it gets black and white and it's tough to see, but there's some little perch swimming around on the screen. Party lights up top. All the creature comforts. And a stunning view of the great North Country.
And in our first season in 2020, I would say the walleyes cooperated.
Something's playing.
We housed some quality fish in our first year. They weren't all huge ones, but everyone of the family got in on the action. And the ice house is one way to get the whole family out on the ice. And we're looking forward to more new nature adventures as a family out on the ice in the future. Won't you join us?
Today we're going to be unboxing this cool holiday gift idea called the 12 Days of Fishmas from our friends at Catchco. Are you a fishing enthusiast?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hey, look at that.
That is
That's
cool looking. 1,000 fish. Okay. What it looks like.
I don't know. But it looks like a blade bait. Oh, hey, look at that.
That's cool looking.
That's fancy. I mean, do you think that that would catch any of the fish in our pond? What kind of fish do we have in there?
Walleye, smallmouth bass, perch.
I think we should go give it a shot. Honey, if you could catch the first walleye from the pond.
You haven't caught a walleye?
I haven't fished for him yet.
Oh.
And so no, I haven't caught one. Jason, we got one.
Got a perch.
We got a perch. Yeah, he's okay. Oh yeah, he's a big one. There she goes. This is the mouth of the Johnse River into Superior. Now we're all just boys at heart, right?
That's right.
Sea rock must skip.
The Johnse River is a hidden gem on Highway 61 on the North Shore.
Ooh, look at those fish.
From the Wayside Rest, it's about a mile hike up the river. Now you can hike up through the river, or there's a trail right alongside if you're not as adventurous. If you opt for the river hike, as we did, the stream gets progressively narrower and narrower as it cuts through the canyon. If you're up for a little adventure off the beaten path, definitely check out the Johnse River in your future visits to the North Shore.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a little trout.
Seth braved the falls first without a hand to show the rest of us that it could be done. And that encouragement and his strong hand were what we all needed. And so one by one, we all made it up safely.
Out of the way, Seth! Yeah!
As this was a men's trip to help build into our sons as they adventure into manhood, we wanted to help equip them for the challenge ahead.
That's some teamwork right there.
This was a beautiful illustration of the importance of having community and other men in our life to help be an encouragement to us when we need to face some of our fears, and to lend a hand when we can't do it on our own. This was not just a test for our sons, but for us as dads as well. As we reflected on this trip later, our fear level ranged from 5 to 10 amongst all of us. This was a great test and a memory that we'll be able to draw from as we face tests in the future.
All right, Johnse, way to go.
As strong as we might think we are, nature has a way of revealing to us our weakness and reminding us of our dependence on one another, and ultimately our dependence on God to protect us and to provide for us what we need in the moment. I'm thankful for these men and others in my life who model this for me.
You guys did it. That's awesome. And it's September now, and so we are going to treat the cattails. This is a 53% glyphosate as well as a surfactant, and so we're going to mix it based on the labeling. I'm going to apply it with a pump sprayer, and while we're heading down to do the work, we've got some more work going on. So here's our before, and this will take a little while. These leaves will brown.
And so I just made my way around the entire pond trying to coat all of the leaves. I bet I put 6 gallons total in all of the cattail stands around the pond, and I think that was good enough for our application. And we did make time to make it to the Vikings game up in Minneapolis. Skol Vikes.
We are now about almost 2 weeks after spraying these guys.
And it didn't take me long to figure out that this was not going to be the way I was going to get all of these in. It was hard. The weed razor didn't really cut through the dry stalks, and I got blisters on my hands pulling on this rope, so I had to figure out a better way.
Okay, so the weed razor is certainly cutting stuff up. That is barely a dent after like 8 throws. And after an hour's worth of throwing and pulling all this crap up, this smells nasty.
And so back to the drawing board, I think I figured out a better way, not just for efficiency, but also for entertainment value.
I'm gonna bring out a little bit more firepower and see if I can consume these cattails to make it a little bit easier to clean up.
I was being cautious here, not wanting this fire to spread any quicker because I had read that it certainly can.
Okay, that's not that bad.
I also chose a windless night because we've been really dry here in Iowa.
I would have expected it to go a little bit. It is warm. Makes pretty quick work. So here's the deal. We've got a groundhog that is burrowing into the side of the hill, and we're all the rocks have been placed and they just make a mess, and so I gotta get them out of here. So in my attempt to catch groundhogs, I got this little coon. Found the trap. Just a little guy. That coon wanted out of there. So as I was standing here at the feeder, I saw this smallmouth come in here and explode on this bluegill, and it's fun to see the predators assert themselves more as they grow. Hey there, another lake activity for you. We are going to be pumping up the Mission pad. It's kind of like a lily pad, except for it's got air, and it is a whole lot more sturdy and stable and has more carrying capacity. That in, and I think it'll be better in the water though, and I'm sure the kids will be excited. Good morning, it's May 14th, 2022. We're in Winthrop Harbor, Illinois. Bama Breeze. We're setting out with Bama Breeze fishing charter. Captain Josh Slockin and First Mate Dean are gonna put us on some fish. Fishing for coho, king salmon, and some lake trout.
Yeah, my brother was one of those little
Jackpot! That's my new catchphrase. My new temporary catchphrase. I don't know how long it'll last.
Damn!
Oh, that's a big one. One more and in we go! That's rad.
Oh my god, that fish is big.
That's bigger than mine. That's the biggest lake trout I've ever reeled in that Josh caught and I reeled in.
Yes, huge!
How big do you think that one is?
That is
30 pounds?
6 pounds, it's smaller than the other one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Lift up, walk backwards, lift up.
Yeah. Coming right to you. This is the first drag I've heard of.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Walk it back.
Oh, dude!
It's gonna happen!
Oh my god!
Yeah!
Holy
yeah!
Wow.
Wow. Look at that fish, you guys!
Oh my
We
god!
got one! Look at that guy. Holy cow. That is a
Pick it up.
monster.
Oh my god!
Look at that guy.
Thing looks
Look at that guy.
sinister.
Looks like he can eat.
God
man. Oh, I really like the way you turn the crank.
Turning the crank.
Just watching that line counter tick lower and lower. Comes the net. This is where the magic happens.
Last time I was there, they gave me a free thing to come back. Pretty.
Beauty.
Look at the colors on that one.
Real pretty.
Up by the gills, got some real purple.
Johnse knows what he's doing. He knows what's up.
Yeah. Put me down.
And the project for today is to remove the hot tub because it kind of crapped out. The pump broke. Well, I thought about using this as a minnow tank. That would be great. I don't know if my wife would go for that. Now we're gonna get to work. Okay, and like that, now there's just a bunch of hoses that are still connected, and I'll clip those off one at a time, but I think we're down to manageable pieces here.
Hey guys, I got a treat for you. So I was out at the pond doing some underwater filming, and I just was fascinated by the way this perch came in from behind this rosy minnow and skillfully able to get it head first coming from behind it. And I gotta see that again. Back it up. This is a sweet encounter just to watch in slow motion how this perch was able to attack this minnow, get it head first to be able to swallow it, and then as this bluegill is coming in interested, this perch was having none of it. He pulls a 180 and gets out of there so as not to lose his meal. This is super fun for me. I love watching the fish underwater, and so if this is fun for you, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more coming. Thanks guys for watching.
Ready?
Yep. Man, it's so much easier to walk along the edge of the pond now. How great is that? Keep as much of the earth up where we want it and not sliding down the hill. Man, look at this mess. This mess. The forage base is so strong. The one positive about all of this Cara algae are the minnows that are all over in here. Going out to do some more dye testing to see where our leak rate is at. Okay, going down. Got a slow leak on this guy. That balloon is slowly releasing some dye through a pinhole. That was an accident, but it's actually gonna work out okay for us. Dye is right there, pipe there, dock is there, back side of the dam behind me. So this is some of the fishing that I thought I would be doing on our pond, out deep in 20 feet. jigging for walleyes. Oh, I don't know what I got here. Doesn't feel like a well, doesn't feel like a walleye. Nope, little bass. Little bass. Apparently this dye ate into the balloon and popped the balloon, and so now I just got a bucket of dye. We'll give it a shot. Pour some right there. See if some of that doesn't sink. I don't anticipate this dye getting sucked down fast enough to find what little leak we have left. Gosh, they're fun to catch. It's a nice male. Ho ho ho, guys. This one, oh, I think I snagged him by the tail. Shoot. Shoot. It's maybe the biggest smallmouth that I've caught out of the pond, and I got him by the tail. Goodness. Yeah. So when that smallmouth that I foul hooked in the tail popped off, the hook came back and got me right in the back of the neck. Surgery to get it out. Because we got a fish hook stuck in my neck, I need my daughter JC to help me get it out because I can't see it. Can you? Can you?
I can hook this hook. Okay, you ready?
Okay, I'm gonna get in the spot.
And just yank.
Yep, but you gotta go hard.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Didn't work. It broke it.
It broke what?
It broke the hook off.
Huh. Okay. Well.
Hook the other hook.
Hook the other hook.
I mean, it got it a little bit.
Hook the other hook.
I'll hook the other hook and try to hook some of the base. Okay.
You gotta go hard and fast.
Got it.
Good work. Thanks for your help. I couldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
unnecessary journey. Don't take risks or go on treacherous roads, but don't swim in the sea. Incredibly, my brother has been spotted in the water here in Rock Snow Lake. I think that's what it's called. Both today. No, he didn't do it yesterday.
Our pond content has been a little quieter over the winter months. I appreciate your inquiries for updates and for your continued interest in how the pond is coming along. I only ice fished it once this winter. The reason for that was a combination of inconsistent weather and water level on the pond that made ice conditions unstable.
Okay guys, that is our first drilled hole in the ice. It's kind of sketch out here. I'll be honest, the pond is actually dropped by about a foot. We're gonna drop a jig down a hole and see if we can find one of our little perch that we put in here. Oh, it's gorgeous. We only started to lose the water where the pipe goes through the dam. That would be our first attempt. Wherever the water is leaving, it'll get sucked into those cracks, expand, and create a tight seal. So this is going to be where I first apply that stuff. We've had 2 geese that have found their way to the pond, and we don't want geese to build their nest here, so that's also going to be a battle that we've got on our hands. All right guys, this is why you follow New Nature Adventure. No, I'm going. You'll want to stay tuned for that. So on today's video, we are going to be deterring some Canada geese from making their home and nest and raising their young on the pond. All right, so here is our task. We'd stashed the canoe away for the winter, but it's time to put them in action. Oh man, it would go. Well, that would be fun. I don't know if I'm prepared to do that today. That's why I brought my son. Micah! Well, I got good news and bad news. Good news is that I left the canoe sitting right there, and then when I came up there, it's now down there. So the good news is that it didn't go over the edge, but the bad news is now you can't ride in it.
That is sad. I can try to pull it up here.
I think you should go try to pull it up here and go on a little ride.
Yeah.
I'd like that thing to skid right out onto the water.
That is not gonna happen. There's way too much of a drop off.
Not right there, but somewhere else. The shore is too steep. I know you all want to see that at home. Good job, son.
Thanks.
How about we get the swans in there?
Set up for a ride.
I think I'll be able to stop you down there. We're not gonna bring these up there again. We gotta get these guys here in the front.
Oh, we're gonna add the weight to it.
Yeah.
Go faster.
Right, right. Okay, we got good weight in the front. Yeah, you're gonna sit right here. Oh, it's starting to go already. You're gonna be on your knees. Oh, mom's got it.
On my knees.
Yep.
Stupid idea. Not on your knees. You think on your knees? I
Like,
was thinking more like that.
like that? Okay. I mean, if you think that you're...
However you're gonna do it to pitch out.
Okay.
Oh, I'm ready to dive out.
Make sure you get a video from up here. This is like father of the year right here. But Micah doesn't care a whole lot about fishing, but this kind of stuff he gets into. Let's look over the edge and see what we're dealing with. Oh, it's not bad. I mean, if it goes over, then you're just gonna... Sure, that's fine. Let's go. Daylight's fading.
This is stupid. This might be one of the worst ideas we've ever had.
I think I might dive out whether I trust him or not.
Micah, I bet snow is getting on it, and that's why it's blurring.
I don't see any snow. What?
Are you feeling healthy right at the moment?
I feel great. Well, my stomach hurts a little bit, but...
Okay. We're ready?
I'm not ready!
Okay, are you ready, Micah?
I guess.
Okay, riding a canoe.
Push me, come on. Give me a nudge.
No,
what?
No.
Look forward. Oh, this is great. You won't need to jump out. Yeah. Oh, it's perfect. Just like we planned it.
Good job.
Good job. Was it fun?
Yes, it was.
See, that wasn't even close. You didn't even need to jump out.
I know, but...
you would have been fine.
I would have been fine.
Do you think we can just enter in over there?
Oh, yeah.
Swan guys. I got my paddle here.
Oh, yeah, the paddle.
Paddle's ready.
Yeah,
Yep. All right, guys, this is why you follow New Nature Adventures. It took us a year to do something. No, I'm going. I'm going. Yeah! Woo-hoo! Now that was just too good not to show a replay from the top angle, even though it is in portrait. Guys, so my wife just said that I should get a YouTube video of this because it's going to be amazing. What's going to be so amazing? Well, what are we doing?
We're making sourdough bread bowls.
Sourdough bread. That's like the big rage right now.
No, sourdough bread bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, sourdough bread bowls.
Yeah, I've already done sourdough bread.
Oh yeah,
Now,
that's like
That's
so.
last week.
Yeah. So we're
We
making
have-
sourdough bread bowls.
Because we have some broccoli cheddar soup. And do you know what you need with broccoli cheddar soup?
A bread bowl.
Yes.
But not just any bread bowl, but
sourdough.
Sourdough bread bowl. Dough needs to be cold.
I might have just got my finger. I did.
Wow.
I don't want blood bread bowls.
Okay, well, this was gonna be good, and now
The bread lame.
the lane is pretty sharp.
So keep that in mind, folks.
Okay, so fast forward to tomorrow.
I do. The flavor is good.
So, what do we think about
It's good.
the bread bowls?
They're small.
How did they turn out?
I'm going for my second.
Well, they turned out small, which we knew.
You should look at mine.
I knew this was a thing. I did have to reduce the recipe because I didn't have enough
Okay.
of the things. I thought I reduced it enough to make 4 still, but as it turns out,
You reduced it enough to make 2.
I think I could have done 3. I think 3 would have made a
Yeah.
decent size.
But how's the flavor?
The flavor,
It's there.
Flavor is good.
I think, is great.
It's great when you dip in your
And this is your second. This is your second.
This is my second
Sourdough.
attempt at making some sourdough.
That's the blood bowls for you.
Welcome back into the ice house. This is day 3 of our New Year's ice fishing adventure. If you missed the earlier videos, you can catch them on our channel. Go ahead and subscribe if this is content you like. We built this ice house 4 years ago, and we are back on the ice on some bigger fish today. Going down at the same time. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. He got them both. He's got a big shiner tail sticking out his mouth. There you have it. If you see him, good one, Jace. Good, steady.
Oh gosh.
Is he going to be able to fit up the hole?
Yeah. But he's big.
Yeah, let me see.
That's a big one.
Want your picture taken with it?
I think so. I've never held a pike, and that
Okay.
one's big enough for me to
Okay, you ready for
want
this?
to hold.
I'll teach you guys all at home too.
Am I going
Okay?
up or am I
Okay?
straight?
You see the gills. You don't want to stick your fingers in the gills. I call them gill rakers. They're really sharp. What you want to do is you want to get this nice smooth inner surface of the gill. They call the gill plate, and it's smooth if you get your finger right up in there. Not too far to get into the teeth on the side of its jaw, but if you can just get one finger right up in there and your thumb on the other side, just hold that really tight. You want to take your right hand, take your right finger, okay, slide it right up, right there. Don't go any further, and now hold as tight as you can that way. Okay. And again, for all of you at home, the farther you hold that fish out, the bigger it looks. Tilt him toward you. He's gone.
This pike has quite the unique story behind it, and my daughter wants to tell you all about it. I love making memories like this in the ice house. Take it away, JC.
Here we had dropped a shiner, and so he was interested in that, but he also got a mouthful of sand while getting it. Dad's jigging the tingler spoon, but he wasn't doing great. He might need some more practice, so the pike wasn't very interested. We noticed something was a little off with his stomach. It had some weird lumps and bumps. Dad's still trying over there, but he's still not interested, so he starts to leave. And then he turns sideways, and we see there's a weird marking on his stomach. At this point, we're thinking it's just a scar. If you've never been in an ice house before, once a fish comes on camera, there's lots of anticipation, and I get really excited, hoping he's gonna bite one of the baits we have down. Now he has moved over to the Fish Pro camera and is looking at that one. But then he moves over to the other side of the house and is eyeing the AquaView camera. He's seen all the different baits we have, and this one might not be bait, but it's his favorite that he's seen today. Boom! He tries a bite. He stirred up quite a commotion. I wonder what he must be thinking. Aw, wait, that's not food? Aw, it looked really good. Let's just go check. Let's make sure. Let me poke it with my nose. Nope, okay, it's not food. Oh, wait, this one looks like food. Oh, what the heck? I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, it's big.
JC. Yeah.
Need your help now.
Okay. I might try to salvage. The minnow. Look at his belly. He's been eating so much.
That's a hook right there.
Huh. Looks like he sure does.
Am I right?
I think so.
That's what it looks like.
Let's help him out. Oh my goodness. He's gut hooked.
So, can he just live with that in him?
Well, I think he ate something that had a hook in it.
Oh.
That I'm not going to pull it any further because I don't want to create any more of a hole. But that hook has started to work itself out of its body, out of its stomach, and it's still living. So I'm gonna snap this off as much as I can. I'll leave that rest in there. At least he doesn't have the sharp hook in there, and we'll see if he makes it. We did the best we could. Holy smokes! Look at that, honey. Good grief!
I was like, I just saw the fatness. I
Yeah,
was like,
come out
it's
here.
walleye, but
You gotta hold it tight.
that's a fat one.
That is a fat bass. 16 and a half. All right. Let her go down the toilet hole. There she goes.
And the afternoon action continues when the biggest pike of the day showed up underneath the house, checking out all of the options before it decides on this one, and you can see the bait in its mouth as it swims by. And then JC just continues to get her workout.
There's something. Cool. Show the camera. We caught a pike for you.
Yeah.
I know they're your favorite. 27 and a half.
And just as JC gets excited with any fish underneath the house on the camera, I'm especially excited for the walleyes. This is my target species, and they become more active as the daylight fades and evening sets in. I've talked about the value of an underwater camera a lot in previous videos. My takeaway from this encounter is that my minnow is too active, and the walleye is having to exert too much energy to try to chase it down. You see, fish are cold-blooded, and they don't have the energy like they do in the summertime to chase their prey as much. And so when you make the fish have to work too much, it's going to give up and go find something else. And so lesson for all of us, use baits that are a little less active. And you can do that by clipping the tail fin or pinning it down a little tighter with a heavier sinker so it can't swim as far. And after it swam off, it gave me a second chance. And watch this minnow. As soon as it darts off, this walleye says, No thanks. Peace. I'm out. So sitting in the film room being Monday morning quarterback, your bait can be too lively. And this is a second walleye, a little bit bigger one than the first one. And again, watch this thing have to chase this sucker minnow all around the screen. It's patient, and I have to think that if I had a shiner minnow that was maybe a little bit smaller or didn't move as much, that both of these walleyes would have taken the bait. But as it is, I'm left with another learning experience. But that's okay. Hopefully you guys can learn from this as well, and I will catch them next time. But it still doesn't take away from how pretty they are underwater. They're just a good looking fish. And after staring at perch all day on the big screen, it's fun to see the big walleyes on the TV. And while I didn't get this one on camera, we were able to house a couple of the walleyes after the sun went down and the underwater camera got too dark. All in all, it was a great day of fishing, making memories as a family that we will remember forever.